Hi, this is Debbie Harrison from Stitching is My Happy Place, and I wanted to show you another tutorial this evening. We'd been getting a lot of questions on how to make a Scrappy strip block. Say that 10 times real fast. And so I just wanted to show you two ways. One is the quilt as you go way, and the other is to make your blocks, and then when you are done you can just sew them together just like any other quilt. So what we're going to do is start out with a white or whatever color square you want. Doesn't have to be white, it can be cream colored, but this is kind of your base, and so you really want it to be pretty much plain. Okay, this is measured to be 10 inches. Now the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to take a strip of fabric. This takes lots of strips and it's great to use scraps, and lay it diagonally on the block. Okay, and what I did is I just made a little bit of a stitching along the edge to keep it straight. Okay, now that's your base, and I did use this dark gray for a purpose, so we'll see how that plays into it. Now the next thing we're going to do is take another scrap and we're going to lay it down on top of our first scrap, meeting the edges, very neatly meeting your edges. Okay, and the reason being is we're going to now sew right along this edge where the two edges meet. Now you're going to do this with any piece of scrap you want. I've got thinner scraps, okay, and I've got chunky scraps, and if you use a lot of chunky scraps you're going to be done really quick and you're going to have a quilt. If you use thinner scraps, then what's going to happen is you just have more color in it. Now if you're going, I'm going to beg your pardon for just a second while I sew this one strip so I can show you what I'm doing. My machine is very noisy. Good machine, but it's very noisy. Alright, let me cut that. Now, what we've done, again, is sewed right along that edge, and so now you can open that up. Okay? And you're going to just, I press it down. If you want to finger press, that's great. I use my iron and I press that down really well. Now, we've got two strips down there, and now we can take a third strip, anything that you want, and we're going to put it face down on the second strip, and we're going to sew along that edge. And I'm going to do one more just to show you what we're doing. And again, the colors don't matter unless you want it to matter. And the gray in the middle matters if you want it to matter also. Hang on just 1 second. Cut that. And finger press it down, and now look, you've already got almost half a square done. Okay, sticks out, and so what happens is you end up with a monster like this. Okay, I've got all these strips sewn onto this, but on the back you still have your 10-inch white base. Okay, so you're going to take your cutter, your ruler, and you're going to just put it along that 10 inches, okay, and cut it off. And go all around, and what you end up with is really pretty block. All right, now, just to show you why we have the gray strip down the middle, the important gray strip. Oops, I need a cutter. Alright, you have to excuse me. Seems like my sewing is in a real mess tonight. So I'm going to just take this cutter, get myself nice and neat, and try to get my scraps. I'm going to save those scraps. You think I'm just throwing them away? No, I'm saving those scraps because scraps are fabulous. Okay, and we're going to go this way, and we're going to cut off this side. Looks like maybe I need to replace the blade in my rotary cutter. That would happen right in the middle of a tutorial, wouldn't it? Alright, so now I got that monster with all the edges, and it's square too, and it's pretty. Now, this is why we have the gray in the middle. I want to show you what happens when you just meet those two grays together. You see that? You're going to sew this just along the edges, and your gray meets in the middle like a V. And you can do that and make those V's turn in any direction. You can make that V look like an X with 4 blocks, and it doesn't matter really how the other strips meet in the middle as long as you get your gray to make that V or that X that you're looking for, and you have just a really, really beautiful quilt. Now, one more thing, if you want it to be quilt as you go, you need 3 pieces. Your base, which we have already decorated our base with these, and then you would put it on top of a square of batting. You see? Batting in the middle. And then take another square and put it right side. So your base is on the top. And now you've got a sandwich, and you can put your strips on it. The other thing that you can do, I'm showing a different color strip, but you're just going to start just like that. The other thing you can do is leave the base piece off and quilt right onto your batting. Okay? All right. And if you're going to do that, take yourself some of the quilting basting spray and just stick those two together, because it'll hold it really well while you're sewing on it. Okay? So basically what we have, we've already got 2 squares from our tutorial tonight, and they look so good together. They really look great. If you have any questions, let me know. Debbie at Stitching is My Happy Place on Facebook. Thank you.